You're listening to the Sisters in Loss podcast, a faith-based grief and loss podcast for Black women, where you will hear stories of miscarriage, infant loss, stillbirth, and infertility to learn there is a testimony in tragedy. You will learn how to heal, gain clarity, find hope and peace, and turn your pain into your purpose after loss. I'm your host, Ayeeee M. McAfee. It is my birthday. It's your girl's birthday. Yes, it is 7/17, the day that God blessed this wonderful earth with this girl. Your girl here, your host, Ayeeee M. McAfee. I am so excited to celebrate my birthday in this manner by being in the guest chair and behind the mic. So welcome to episode 106 of the Sisters in Loss podcast. It is my birthday today. Happy birthday to me. This episode through what I'm going to do for my birthday plans. And then what is new with the Sisters in Loss community? I'm going to talk about the Sisters in Loss magazine that is launching this fall, the Sisters in Loss conference that is going to happen next April along with some partnership organizations, as well as the new Sisters in Loss community online. I am so excited to introduce and talk to you all about this. But first, of course, it is my birthday today. So what does that mean? My only birthday wish from you all is for you to help your girl out. Share this community, share this podcast with a friend, but also I need you to write a review. So even if you have written a review before of the podcast, I want you to write another review. And the reason why, because the reviews give me the feedback that I need to help grow the podcast, to craft a better podcast, produce more dynamic shows, and ensure we are meeting and exceeding your needs as a sister in loss. So if you would, I pray that I receive 34 new reviews in honor of my 34th birthday today. And I hope that you all press pause right now, go to your favorite app, whether it's in Apple Podcasts or in Google Play or Stitcher. Go ahead and leave me a review. Let me know what you would like to see, who you would like to see listen to on the podcast, and then also what you are looking forward to for the rest of 2019, especially if you are going into a new year. So thank you so much in advance for reviewing the podcast and for listening, tuning in, joining in the discussion in our private Facebook community at sistersinloss.com, and so much more. So I'm excited to share with my sisters all that's been happening behind the scenes with Sisters in Loss. So where do I begin? First thing is our new online community. I realize that a lot of people are off Facebook or off Instagram, as social media has served as a trigger for many people during their time of loss, as well as their journey through fertility challenges. And sometimes we just need a time to step away and take a pause on social media, but we still want to stay connected to our sisters. So I've created an online network community that is through an app where we can meet outside of social media to have our daily discussions that we've been having in our Facebook community. I want to hold our master classes there in this new network community, share all the resources and tools and articles and books and so much more. So to join this community, it's just $5 a month. For a small fee. It's ensuring that we're going to book some quality speakers to speak to us, some facilitators of some of these master classes that will help you all on your healing, your grief journey, and as well as your parenting journey. So to join this new group, go to sistersinloss.mn.co. Once again, that is sistersinloss.mn.co, and join us for a trial period of 7 days. Let us know what you think, the topics that we're discussing, the articles that are posted there, and go ahead and download the master classes that are already loaded into the group. I'm excited about meeting you all in the new online community outside of the Facebook group. The Facebook group won't go away. It will still be there, but this new online community serves as a platform for those of us who may not be on Facebook and Instagram at certain periods of time, but you still want to stay connected to all that's happening in the Sisters in Loss community. So join us, sistersinloss.mn.co. I hope to see you all over there in the new Sisters in Loss community. The next announcement is that we are launching a print and digital magazine. I have always wanted to do a magazine, but I was walking in Walmart maybe a few weeks ago in their magazines section and realized there are really not any magazines that are dedicated to Black and brown women around fertility or even baby loss. And I wanted to create a platform so that we can share our stories, and we needed to change that narrative, no different than the reason why this podcast exists. So I am excited that we are moving into a different form of media. For those of you who are on the podcast or listening to the podcast and may not have wanted to share your story in a podcast medium, this is a chance for you to share your story in a online version, in a print and online version of a magazine in written form. So if you ever wanted to write your story out or write stories on IVF or alternative fertility treatments, adoption, life after loss, parenting after loss, sex or marriage after loss, or how sharing your story has healed you, please email me at hello@ericaandmcafee.com and submit to me your article between 500 to 800 words with the title of exactly what you're trying to pitch to me around the topics that I just mentioned. Once again, if you're interested in being a part of the first issue of the Sisters in Loss magazine, go to hello@ericaandmcafee.com and submit to me your full article at 500 to 800 words on IVF, adoption, surrogacy, life after loss, parenting after loss, sex and marriage after loss or infertility, and how sharing your story has healed you. I'm excited to launch the Sisters in Loss magazine in October during Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And for those of you who are also interested, you'll start seeing this in emails and in social media. If you're on my email list, we are still doing the Healing and Prayer Online Summit, and that summit will take place during Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So be on the lookout for that as well as another announcement that's coming down the pipeline for the Sisters in Loss community. So you can see we've been behind the scenes doing a little work here or there, trying to plan out some great things for you all, some great content, and ensure that we are meeting your needs, that we are exceeding your needs, that we're giving you all the resources and tools that you need so you can continue to heal, that you can continue to grow, that you can continue to thrive, not only survive after loss and an infertility diagnosis. The last church announcement that I have, that I know I have talked about, I had asked a question about during my last Sisters in Loss brunch that happened in April of 2019. What do we do next? How do we expand this conversation around what is loss look like? How does healing feel like? What are we doing now as we continue on the path of motherhood or parenthood? How do we get to a better place? And the thought came up to host a conference and do a conference style, 1-day conference style, where we have a kickoff mixer on Friday night, and then we do an all-day conference on Saturday and have some form of an optional event or a church service to attend on Sunday. And I threw the idea out there to all of the attendees who were I sent a survey out who were at the Sisters-in-Laws brunch in April, and I got a lot of yeses or that good feedback on what they would like to see, what you all would like to see in a conference. So I asked some of my, I call them my angel sisters, if they would be interested in partnering with me to do a conference. So we are hosting a conference. It is a pregnancy and infant loss and infertility conference that is going to be held in Baltimore, Maryland, the weekend of April 3rd and April 4th, 2020. So this is the official save the date. So if you are listening here, go ahead, pause your this podcast right after I have this after we have this conversation, and go ahead and add April 3rd and 4th, 2020 into your calendar now. Because once tickets go on sale, once we are sold out, we are sold out. And I do not want you to miss this event. We have some dynamic speakers already in the works, already emails going, some sponsorships that are coming that I know that you all want to be in the room, that you want to be amongst your sisters. And this conference is open to anyone as well as men. So we will have some workshops focused on men as well. So if you and your husband, you and your partner want to come to the conference to actually talk about loss, infertility, and what that means for us as far as our grief and healing, or just for more information about alternative options to parenthood, adoption, surrogacy, financing these things, especially around infertility, financing and alternative fertility treatments. What are the options that are out there? This is the conference that you need to be at. This is basically my, I would say, podcast, all of the work that a lot of my Angel Sisters organizations are doing to help the pregnancy and infant loss community, as well as the infertility community. And if you are Black and brown and you are a part of this community, you need to be there. It is the premier conference for us, by us. And I'm excited that we are bringing it to Baltimore, and we can support and give back to the community that's in Baltimore. And because there's a lot of dynamic organizations in Baltimore that are doing a lot of amazing work around maternal and infant mortality, and we want to make sure that we are giving back in some way to that community. So that is my birthday episode. My Jesus year, 33rd year, was amazing. I spoke more than I ever spoke in my life. I was fearless. I did things that scared me. And I know going into year 34 that God is going to continue to bless me abundantly, because I am continuing to walk in my purpose. I'm going to continue to stretch and grow. And all of the things that I just talked about are all stretches for me. Growing this community outside of Facebook, taking this from a audio platform to more of a media company where we're actually doing more media, video as well as print and digital, is where I have been wanting Sisters-in-Laws to go. And I'm excited that you all are with me on this journey. But I need your help. I need your help to be a part of the initial launch of the magazine. I need your help to be a part of the Sisters-in-Laws online community outside of the private Facebook group. I need your help, especially if you want to if you live in the DMV and you want to volunteer for the Sisters-in-Laws and the pregnancy and infant loss and infertility conference. So if this is any of you all, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Go to Erica M. McAfee or at Sisters-in-Laws on Instagram and holler at me. I can't wait to hear your feedback, and I'm excited to read all of your reviews that you leave me for my 34th birthday. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Sisters-in-Laws podcast. I hope and pray that you all have a wonderful week. God bless you, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday.